Anybody following my videos knows that a lot of these deal with things that probably maybe are considered controversial, but I would say this. If you love freedom and if you love self-expression and the freedom of speech, then you'll want to see this video. And it pretty much is a very simple, straightforward statement. For those who hate the Confederate battle flag, and they say, oh, that represents hate, I would say this flag also represents hate, because you're trying to push on people that the African race are superior to every other race. So your flag must go, because now you've already taken down the Confederate battle flag yourself. Now, how fair is that? Or is that actually a freedom that you have over someone else? And now we get to the gay flag. The gays have gotten the U.S. Supreme Court to say that their right of self-expression is now tolerable and that everybody has to accept it. Well, now it has to go too. Because in my personal opinion, it offends me. I think it represents the demoralization of this nation. So we don't need it. The Confederate battle flag didn't do nothing to nobody. It didn't kill anybody. Somebody else used it as a prop. And I say this to every person watching this video. If you see hate, if you see slavery in the Confederate battle flag, then you've got the problem, not us. In completing this video, I also must say this about America itself. The flag you see in front of you, it did represent freedom. But if it isn't freedom for all, and only for a select few, then this flag should also be removed, because it implies freedom in America is only for those select and not for everyone. And our preamble says this: every man is free. Every man has rights. Every man has liberty. Well, if you're not going to stand by that, then you should get rid of the American flag. You should destroy the entire United States Constitution, burn it, recreate it to whatever the blacks like, because that's what it has come down to. It's whatever the blacks want, or nobody else can have anything. And that, to me, should represent that if you are in the military, or you have somebody in the military, then they shouldn't be there, because you're not representing freedom in this country by serving your country, since there isn't anything. All it's about is money, the acquisition of it, the subjection and the tyranny of its citizens. And that's all. That's all America represents anymore. There is no freedom anymore in this country. And all you have to do now is look out your back door or on your TV set, and you can see that hate is building against everything and anything. And it cannot end where everybody is happy. There is no such thing. You offend one person, it's going to counteract, and it's going to be the opposite. For every reaction, there is an opposite and equal reaction. And people forget that that's a very simple reaction to something that happens. You take down the Confederate battle flag, it won't end there. It'll go to the next thing. And eventually, before you know it, the blacks are going to start coming to your front door and saying, well, you can't have it on the front of your car anymore. You can't wear it on a shirt or a hat. You cannot have a bumper sticker on your car. We're going to take all of these things away, and then we can be happy. You may not be, but we are, and that's all that matters. Then somebody will probably pick up a gun and say, if you don't get off my property, they're going to carry you out of here in a bag. And then that's what creates the war that I've been talking about, a racial war. Because when they can knock on your door and say, you aren't allowed to have that, you're not allowed to have this, that's the only inevitable outcome. For every reaction, there is an opposite and equal reaction. So please, everybody, we ought to reevaluate and re-examine whether or not what's being done at the government level is legal, whether it has any violation of your civil rights or your freedoms as an American citizen, and you should start asking yourself who is behind this thing, and let's stop it now. Thank you.